back to the JAV Geo Academy YouTube channel. So today our topic is isotope geochemistry. This is geochemistry lecture 3. Okay. Geochemistry lecture 3. So today we are going to some basics about the isotope geochemistry. So first I have written here atom. So you know atom from your childhood days. This is the smallest unit that retain all of its chemical properties. So it is the smallest unit that can retain all the chemical properties of an element. Now atom, proton. Proton means it possesses some mass and it must have some positive charge. That is we take +1 unit. Okay. Now neutron. Neutron is a mass without charge. So neutron possesses mass but it is chargeless, no charge. Okay, neutral. So now atomic number. So number of proton is the atomic number of an element, and mass of proton and mass of neutron together constitute atomic mass. So how an atom look like? Let me draw here. So this is the atom, and here the nucleus, and here proton positive and neutral charge, and here electron will revolve around the nucleus. Electron clouds are there. Okay. So this is the structure of an atom. This is the structure of atom. So electrons also the negative charge, and it is also massless, and the mass is 1/1857 of mass of proton. Okay. So there are three atoms. There are three isotopes of hydrogen, like H11 hydrogen, H12 and H13 deuterium and tritium. So here it possesses atomic number, atomic mass. This is the atomic mass and this is the atomic number. This is the atomic mass and this is the atomic number. So here atomic mass is 1, atomic mass is 2. And atomic mass means number of proton plus number of neutron, and atomic number is 1, means number of proton is 1. So number of neutron will be equal to 1, and here number of neutron will be equal to 2, here number of neutron will be equal to 0. Okay. So this is the basic things. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the isotopes. They will have high penetrating power. Now, laws of radioactivity. So look the illustration here. This is a rock, parent rock, and this is the daughter rock. Okay. Now here time t is equal to 0. Now due to the number of proton is very greater than the number of neutron is very much higher than the number of proton, so it will undergo it is unstable, and for attaining stability it will undergo radioactivity process, and radioactivity now it will disintegrate alpha, beta and gamma. Now from the parent rock it will convert it to the daughter rock. Now suppose this is here I am looking the time t is equal to 0, means 0 time, and after time t, due to the process of radioactivity, due to attain the stability, it is converted to this rock after time t. So here time t is equal to t. So here p naught converted to p and d naught converted to d. So here what is p naught? The notations are p naught is this is the p naught, the concentration of parent nuclei at time 0 when rock is formed. So when the rock is formed, the time we are taking as 0. So this is the p naught is the concentration of parent nuclei at time 0 when the rock is formed. Now d naught This is the concentration of daughter nuclei at time 0. Now this is the, there must be some daughter from parent to daughter is forming, so there must be daughter element also there. So this is the, this concentration we are taking as D naught. This is the concentration of daughter nuclei at time 0, and now after it converted to the daughter rock. So this is the P is the concentration of parent nuclei at time t, and D is the concentration of daughter nuclei at time t, which is derived from the parent rock. Okay. Now suppose this now P naught is converted to P, and by the law of radioactivity, the rate of disintegration of parent nuclei, the rate of disintegration of parent nuclei is directly proportional to number of parent nuclei present at that time. So this is the law of radioactivity, and the rate of disintegration of parent nuclei is directly proportional to the number of parent nuclei present at that time. Now mathematically we can write as minus of dp by dt is directly proportional to P. Okay. So minus of dp by, now minus here I can write minus dp by dt is equal to lambda of P. Lambda is the disintegration constant. Now minus of dp by P is equal to lambda dt. I can write here, I have written minus dp by P is equal to lambda dt. Now on integrating both sides, minus will be out from the integration. Minus of dp by P is equal to lambda is out from integration, because due to the constant quantity lambda of integration of dt. Now the limit, this is the P naught from P. P naught is varying from P naught to P, and time vary from 0 to t. Now you know integration of dx is x, and integration of 1 by x is equal to log x. Now here I have derived P naught, integration of P naught to P dp by P is equal to lambda of dt 0 to t. Now here integration of dx by x is the log x, so here log P from P naught to P, and from lambda integration of dx is the x from that is here t from 0 to t. Now just put the limits. This is the log P minus log P naught is equal to lambda t minus 0. So log P naught minus log P is equal to lambda of t. Log P naught, because this is the minus plus log P naught minus log P is equal to lambda t, and you know the formula log x minus log y is equal to log x by y. So here log P naught by P is equal to lambda t. Now P naught by P is equal to, here when I am eliminating the log, here e to the power lambda t. So here e to the power lambda t. Now P naught is equal to P to the power lambda t. So from this equation, this is the suppose equation 1. From this equation we cannot date, because we don't know what is the P naught. We don't know this P naught. So here P naught is the concentration of parent nuclei at time 0. P is the concentration of parent nuclei after time t, and T is the present time. So how can we date a rock? From another equation we can derive, and from that equation we can date a rock. Now as you know, P naught is equal to P plus D, and the total concentration of original parent element is equal to concentration of parent element plus concentration of daughter element after time t. So this whole constitute the original parent element. So here P plus D, from the previous equation 1, we derived that previously P plus D is equal to P e to the power lambda t. Now D is equal to P e to the power lambda t minus of P. Now D is equal to P common e to the power lambda t minus 1. Now D is equal to some this is the main dating equation. This is the dating equation. Okay, we can date the rock from this equation only. Now D is equal to D naught. Why I have written D? I have added D naught because some daughter element is present originally in the rock. When the rock is formed, some daughter element must be there. Okay, so due to the parent element is continuously disintegrating, and it is eliminating alpha, beta, and gamma particle. Due to that factor, I have added D naught. So here D naught is added plus P to the power lambda t minus 1. This is the another dating equation. Okay, so we can date the rock from both of the equation. So this is the end of the lecture. In the next class we are going to discuss about the concept of isochrone line. Isochrone line. Okay, so stay tuned with the channel and subscribe our channel. And I am taking live class in Google Meet. You can join our live class also. Now I am taking class of structural geology in live class in Google Meet, so you can join us there also. Now thank you for your patience.